So this was a segment that Riff wanted to bring up. All right.
I did? Oh,
Hard
shoot.
words with Gabo.
What? The what?
Hard words with
Hard
Gabo.
words with Gabo.
Oh, come on.
Wait,
Oh, thank you.
Go. Let's do
one of
it.
my favorite things is when Gabo and I are out at like conventions, we'll be talking and chit-chatting, and Gabo's like, hold on, let me get my translator. And he goes over, because I can understand Gabo most of the time.
You understand Gabonese?
That's his new. I actually love that about your videos, that you have that warning, because it gives you that vibe of jackass. So it's cool.
And it's funny that most people, when like they get like uncomfortable and like think we're like we're like, I don't know, what do you know, snowflakes might be the word. You're like, oh, I don't speak very good English, I'm sorry. And they're like, oh, it's okay. And they're like trying to comfort you. And you're like, no, I don't give a crap about that. Yeah.
You know what is funny, dude? There's people out there that think I'm lying, like you know, that I'm
You're faking your accent?
faking it.
That's
Really?
actually insane.
Seriously.
That's
They
insane.
even left message. Really cool message, by the way. I love it. I love trolls.
I'll be honest. I think it is incredible when someone is bilingual or even like knows another
I
language.
wish I was.
I wish I was too. My brain doesn't think like that.
I've been listening to Spanish
You just wish because you won the brown card
100%.
for the deals.
well,
I
no,
do.
I have it on sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah. We go enough to the swap meet that we've kind of milked
Dude,
our way into it.
actually, to be honest, you know a lot of Spanish.
Ben
just
you have a mic
dropped
over there.
fart over there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude.
And like
ripped.
right into the fan. We're not the game changers.
And it's stuffy in here, dude. Come on.
Come on, Ben. We're already struggling over here, man.
Oh my God, dude.
He just wanted to add some extra heat in the air.
So I was saying that I'm impressed that you know a lot of Spanish.
Yeah. I've been
Seriously.
listening when I drive. I've been trying to listen to like just, you know,
I
basic
don't
words.
consider Ricky Brown anymore.
You don't consider Ricky Brown anymore. Explain.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk Spanish.
Oh.
He does with certain vendors. Yeah, he does.
Ben, your
Oh
fart
my
smells, bro.
God.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying not to breathe.
My eyes are starting to water, bro. How? Oh, Ben.
Dude. There's just not enough air in this place.
I'm opening this window.
Yeah.
Stupid Ben.
We'll come back on that one.
I don't know what you're talking
Give it a quick little pause.
Oh my.
No, I don't want
this part
to.
out,
I don't
bro.
want to smell this in my mouth, man. I can taste it.
So you say Ricky is not.
I don't consider Ricky Brown
So
anymore.
True Brown. So at what level is at what level is Ricky whitewashed?
Dude, that's so racist. I love it. What is
True
a
Brown.
True Brown for you?
Dude, I warn people when they go to watch our show for like the first time, and they're like, "Dude, I love like, oh, that's so cool. You guys film. I'm gonna go watch." You know, and it's like a brown guy or a black guy or something. I'm like, just so you know, we're comfortable with everything, bro. Like, and they're like, "Oh," but half the time I'll see him again the next week, and they're like, "That is so awesome.
Dude,
like, you guys
yeah.
have fun with it. That's how people should be."
Did you notice the brown joke? The racist jokes haters are back.
Yeah.
In pixelgamesquad.
Yeah.
Good. Help the algorithm.
Help the algorithm, bro. Hit it up.
Thank you, trolls.
More. I'll take more.
Yeah. Send more. Come on.
Anyway, why don't you consider him a
Oh
part
no,
of
no!
it?
I was saying, what's Ricky's level
True
of,
Brown.
of whitewash versus brown?
And True
is he
Brown.
more whitewashed or is he more True Brown?
What's
What's
Dude,
his percentage
he's-
ratio
I
now?
love it when you say it.
Now
It's
he's
like-
100% white, dude. Like you know,
What?
you
He's
know.
lost all brown cred.
Yeah, because I talked with him. I
He doesn't
found
even-
it last weekend, so I started talking with him in Spanish, and he answered me in English. I'm like, dude,
Ooh.
really?
Is that a slap in the face on brown culture?
Yeah, that's an insult. that's like calling this guy not a scumbag reseller.
Oh yeah. Like when it's obvious.
Yeah, it's definitely obvious.
when it's obvious. There's coming
There's a tattoo that says it on my eyebrows. It says it. I promise.
Underneath.
Yeah.
Gabo, for
Yes.
fun,
Let's do it. Uh-oh.
as serious as you can. So like, pretend right now, like, you know, I work for Nintendo, and I'm like, hey, sir, Aaron, can you give us a spot for this? So I'd be sitting here like, you know, selling the game, right? And I'd be like, Scooter's dream starts where most games finish. After battling sharks, conquering space, surviving miniaturization. You're kind of just reading it.
All right.
Give us your one take all the way through, reading the back of Treasure
gonna go
Master.
bad.
Oh, wow.
And if you mess up, you keep going, bro.
You keep going.
You're live.
Do you think I care?
You're not gonna mess
What are you
up, bro.
taking out of the box?
Because it's shimmering. I know you have a hard time reading.
And I'm blind too. I didn't bring my glasses. Do you trust me?
No, do not throw my Treasure Master.
All right.
Ready?
Let's go.
Nobody talk. You go one take. You don't say, "Oh, sorry, redo it." You go.
All right.
No.
Treasure Master, the ultimate competition for fantasy prizes. All right. Scooters.
You're not past the first word yet.
I'm blind, bro. Okay. Scooters' dreams start where most games finish. After battling sharks. Wow. Conquering space, surviving
We're terrible.
miniature.
Was that miniature?
What?
Miniature? It's miniature.
Surviving miniature.
All right, just save him.
wait,
I want him to keep
Save
going.
him.
I want him to keep
no,
going.
I'm gonna finish it.
No.
Oh, no, shut up. Surviving my miniaturization and getting lost in the fantasy forest. Our hero finds the treasure and gets to keep it. Wow. It sounds like you in the SWAT meet.
Hey, actually.
It is up to you to guide him there and keep your share with the treasure master. Vault opens 2 grand prizes. Fantasy
You don't
rock.
have to read the whole every blueprint. Gabo, what are we rating you on right now? Am I going to rate you on your English or your ability to read?
Whatever you want, I don't care.
I would say your ability to read.
It's because
Low.
I'm blind, dude. I didn't bring my glasses. That's why. To be honest, I
So
have.
you could read the words
Yeah.
if you could see
It's
them
the
better.
pronunciation that I have problems.
Can you tell me how you say February?
Oh my God! No, please. No, please.
What? Why that word?
Our whole life, when I know Gabo, he struggles to get out February and August.
All right. February. Go ahead.
Feb.
You
Now-
give me the trick. So, but I forgot.
Just say February.
February.
That's fine. That's good enough. That's
How
good
about
enough.
August?
August.
Close.
August.
That's good. That's
Close. Give me a little more.
August.
Give me a little bit of that T on the end. August.
August. August.
good. That's good. Perfect. Nailed it. Nailed it. All right.
August.
So,
August. February.
all right. I know.
Even
Celsius.
Celsius.
Dude, when we went game hunting last weekend, my son went with us. He right when we get in the car and the door closes, he's just giggling to himself. 13-year-old kid, and I'm like, Rickson, what are you laughing at? He's like, Dad, listening to Gabo talk is like the funniest thing. And he immediately brought up Celsius. He's like, Dad, Gabo was standing around and goes, hey, I'm going to drink a Celsius. Like for Celsius?
That's how you say Celsius?
Celsius.
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 Yes.
Oh, now I understand why they didn't hire me like a couple of months ago when I did an interview for management.
Oh. I mean, honestly, I could get that if you're having a hard time understanding. I mean, I hate to be whatever, but when you're in America and you call a tech hotline and you can't understand what they're saying, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
Right? So I get it could be hard if you're leading a group on a Zoom call and they're like, okay, so for in order to train, you got to do, and they're like,
dude,
shoot.
you know, I was your manager a couple of years ago. You forgot that?
How far we've come.
But like I said,
Yeah, that's true.
like I said, I mean,
long time ago.
Yeah.
this is clearly all jokes. But I mean, like,
No, it's not.
No, it's serious.
but I mean, like,
real.
the fact that like
The
you're
struggle is real.
the fact that you're able to speak 2 languages is just like an advantage on most people.
At what point did you start learning English?
Since school back home.
Since like a baby?
Not a baby. I think we over there in Puerto Rico, they start teaching us English around 3rd grade, something like that.
You've been learning it for a long time.
Yeah. I
So-
mean, the problem that I have.
Yes, what makes you, and I don't mean this negatively, being seriously, what keeps your English so broken?
I don't know. Maybe because I want to.
Kind of just keeps going with your Puerto Rican flavor?
You heard it here, folks. He fakes his accent, and we got him. No, I'm just kidding.
Scumbag accent.
It's comeback accent. No, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is the pronunciation. See, like that word.
Pronunciation.
Is the words. And for the past couple of years, maybe it's the high blood pressure pills that I take. I've forgotten the words.
Really?
Seriously, that's what my memory
You think
sucks.
pills are screwing you up?
Dude, not, check this out. Not even in English, in Spanish too.
No.
I'm not lying, bro.
Wow,
I'm
that's
not
interesting.
lying. Yeah, no, seriously. So sometimes I'm talking and I'm forgetting the words. I'm gonna die. So
I'm a big advocate. I'm a
gonna-
big advocate agast pills. So
I know you are. You always been telling me that.
One thing that happened this past weekend was funny. When first thing that we usually go, we go to the swap, we go straight to the ATM to get cash.
Oh no.
Oh, this was great. we can start it out this way. So this is our first introduction into this, how this happens.
Yeah.
We're all at the swap meet, we're hanging out. Gabo comes up. He's like, oh, shoot. I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, I could not get cash out. And I was like, oh, shoot, what happened? Is it broke? I'm like, is it broken? He's like, oh, yes, no money in there. And I was like, all right, man, that sucks. I'm like, weird, though. Like, Ricky and I were just there 20 minutes ago. There was money. He's like, no, it was not no money.
I love how he imitates.
He's like, I got to go to across the street to make money. And Curtis is like, hey, I'll go with you, bro. Whatever. He goes with Gabo.
We go
Gabo
to 7-Eleven across the street.
Go to 7-Eleven. They get money. We game hunt. And it's kind of towards almost the end of the day. And we're walking by the ATM again. And Ricky goes like, oh, hey, look at the ATM over there. And he's like, dude, it's working. And then Ricky goes, wait a sec. That's kind of a new ATM. And it's one of those ATMs where you have to stick the credit card in sideways. And he looks at Gabo and goes,
Like horizontal.
yes. And he goes, Gabo, did you put it in the right way? And like kind of just joking, like not thinking that's the real thing. And we all see Gabo just like turn white. And I'm like,
He turned so white.
oh no. And Gabo's like, oh, shoot. Oh no. We not talk about this. Oh no.
I was not expecting to talk that in the podcast.
You gotta own up to it a
I
little
love it. You got me.
That scumbag ATM got you too.
Did you feel bad? Did you feel dumb?
A little bit. Sometimes going back to my accent, sometimes I feel dumb the way I talk, to be honest.
And yes, we leave the audio with the ambulance in the back. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's my
100%.
brain right now.
Oh, yeah. I guess that is a real question. Do you ever feel insecure about it or do you completely own it?
I totally honest, yeah.
So what situations do you feel insecure about it?
Interviews.
That's gotta be difficult.
Professional.
That is definitely gotta be difficult.
Professional, yeah. I would not say being bullied because I don't care. But yeah, there's a lot of people that try to make fun of me because of my accent.
But they're
And
actually making fun of you?
Yeah.
Oh, see, that sucks. Yeah.
No, like we're definitely kidding when we do ours.
Not
but
making fun of you, bro.
I mean, I love it.
You're scum.
No, I don't care. I love it because that makes me unique.
It is unique.
Yes, of course. but it's like somebody sent me a message, a cool dude, by the way, and said, hey, dude, I love you, but you should take classes.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, nah.
It is.
I was like, dude,
Snap. Got him.
I was like, nah, I prefer to be as real as
Love when
as I
people
can.
try to give you life advice out of thin air.
Yeah.
Comments, bro. We love when the comment section, like, automatically, like, I'll shoot a video and try something new with the way I film or something.
You might even-
all of a sudden,
You
everyone's
should
Steven.
take out that narrating section.
All of a sudden, everyone's Steven Spielberg in the comments.
Hey, you imagine me talking perfect English?
No.
I don't like it. I wouldn't like
Exactly.
it.
That made me unique, and that doesn't mean I'm faking it.
We
dude,
know you're not faking it. Since the moment I met you, you're like, hey, Riva, I watch video. Can I take picture? I was
Honestly,
like, let's go.
if you guys weren't real people, I probably wouldn't be hanging out with you.
We would have dipped out a long time
Yeah,
ago.
like if you
Yeah.
ever came out as like somebody that I couldn't believe in, like a real person, like as in your true self, I'd be out of here, dude. I'd be like,
We are in such a place to where everybody in our group, like, is at their, like, this is like you're the real of the real. And if you don't fit in, you would have been out by now.
Yeah,
and that
like-
goes for the extended, like the camel
Oh,
crew
yeah.
of these guys.
remember when you slapped me when I had the Bowser head? People were like, Curtis is holding back so much regret right there. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I really was just like fine with it. I was like, I agreed to it.
I think
Yeah.
what's hard too is one of my love languages with my guy friends, with my wife, my love language is honestly physical touch. It really is. But with my friends, it's very much like almost like clowning.
Oh.
That is just like, honestly, if I clown you, you know I genuinely like you.
You know what I miss from you?
Huh?
You smacking me. You don't
yeah.
smack me like you used
No, he
to.
slaps me.
You're
though.
getting
Is
older,
that-
bro. I don't want to hurt you now. That's
Yeah.
why.
Come on, I'm
He
stronger
slaps me
than
now,
stronger
okay?
than-
Honestly, I just kind of
I don't have knees, but I'm stronger than
I honestly
him.
just kind of the slap thing kind of stopped doing that.
I love that that's
it's not
Gabo's
slap,
needs.
but you used to smack me like that.
Oh, give me the nipple whap.
Dude,
Oh, nipples or-
he gets it I'm like,
Dude, he always gets Ricky's under boob and boing, boing, boing. And Ricky hates when you do that,
the
bro.
Fluffiness.
Oh, dude, he hates
Oh, you know who hates that?
Who?
That he gets mad too. Mort. I start talking Mort.
here, guys.
Dude, that happened. I think it was in South Carolina. He was talking with somebody, and I came from behind and started like, yeah.
I'm ticklish, dog.
Oh, really?
Oh, you should not have told him, bro.
Really?
You should not have told Gabo you're
See you
ticklish.
later.
Sorry, Mort. I know you're gonna watch this.
I know you. Every time I see it, Ricky hates it, bro. You walk up to him and you grab it like his underboob and like, Ricky hates it, bro.
Gabo would literally just like grab my he'll tap my back, bend me over, just slap me, and I'm like,
See?
what is going on?
Gabo
here?
always talks about how big Ben's butt is.
He
Yeah.
does,
and
he
you
does.
do.
Oh, he's about to fart us.
Oh,
No. Hold it back.
We had to stop the podcast because
Hey,
of Ben's rancid.
But if I don't do that to you guys, that means I don't love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's what friends do.
I told you, I really could care less. I think that as long as you're an authentic person to me, I wouldn't care what you did.
Our love language is just having fun.
Yeah.
100% as a guy group.
We have so much fun in doing this, right?
Yeah.
I think this period of our life is the most unbelievable, rare things that we can document in people's lives, because there is things like television and stuff, right? But that's staged, that's produced,
And there's a lot that is not in camera
there's stuff, of course, and that's all part of the journey as well.
that stay with us. We
Yeah.
cannot share those.
Oh, there's plenty
We
of
can-
things.
There's
Yeah.
plenty of things that, like when
There's a lot.
We say a lot
when I
of,
had a couple cars with you.
how do I say it? We say things that a lot of people just are, not even the word is far too sensitive about, but just, I don't know. A lot of people, I guess, don't understand our love language. So
Yeah.
when we say things that are
love.
wild,
Wild. What's this wild stuff?
it's like
the inappropriateness is what makes it fun.
extremely inappropriate. But it's like, and it's funny, I almost like immediately will weed out people that I love. And I know that sounds funny and people are going to think this is the weirdest conversation. Like when we met the Camel Crew, right? I immediately like these guys, right? Immediately. And I was like, I know exactly how to find out if these guys can even hang. I made an Asian joke to Tony immediately.
Tony's the best.
And what
dude.
did I see from all three of them? Ah, yeah, woo! Like, and I was like, they're one of us.
Dude, when we start hanging out, you start doing those jokes.
Yeah.
The first thing you start giving me crap is it was imitating me. It was like,
I don't even
It
remember
hasn't
that.
changed.
Yeah.
Then. That's the best.
and Ricky was like this, trying to laugh, not to laugh.
Not to offend you.
Yeah,
There's only very few things that I don't joke about, and that's more
private.
private. And it's
Private,
not like
private.
I'm soft. It's completely different.
Can we go back to the? Well, we have time or not?
Yeah, I mean, like,
Because
I'm on nobody else's time.
No, to be honest, let's do something. Well, if you want something different, can we go back to the God topic real
Yeah,
quick?
go for it.
So, I could not ask. Do you think I'm doing the right thing, the wrong thing? Like, for example, you know my belief,
Yep.
but not everybody knows.
Oh, are we
I
going to
don't-
about your post? Is that what you're going to talk about?
No. It's about sometimes I wear Slayer shirt.
Got it.
I still listen to that music. You think I'm doing wrong?
Nope, I do not.
I think
Wait. Let's see what he said.
for anybody who's religious, you can only listen to your own convictions.
Okay.
And if you ever feel uncertain about it, read up on it. Read up what you believe to be true and that you firmly believe. You can have all four of us could read the same chapter in the Bible, and we'd all come out with slightly different perspectives
Yeah.
on what you.
Different view.
You want to know what's interesting is that like most of these bands that are like heavy metal are actually religious lyrics.
Yeah. A Slayer. So
I don't think that like
How
in the,
would be thy name?
well, Slayer is not religious, but some of the members
wait,
are Christian.
What are you trying to say? Slayer's a religious band?
No.
I was like, Gabby, you're off
No,
on that one.
I'm asking this because it's not only in the community that I'm hear this. Is with other sides in my life that I've been talking about. Me. I would not say converting. How can I describe my belief? Is starting following God.
Yeah.
Because I always say,
perfect.
man, I start following God, but my own special relationship with Him.
Yeah. I always have called it a relationship, not a religion. I consider it.
So, in my humble opinion, I hope nobody get offended.
Please get offended.
I don't believe in like going to church and going to, well, I do the retreats, but it's more mentally for like a reset. But it's once a year.
Yeah, I mean, going to church is not what saves you. You're not going to not go to heaven because you aren't at physically.
No, and
I am a believer in going to church. I thrive in it, and I grow in it, and I learn in it weekly, personally.
So I had a similar relationship that you had. Like I said, I felt like I was having this higher power, as in God. Like I was just only calling to Him for like my relationship needs. But what brought the clarity to it was somebody speaking the passage to me. And that's when I realized, I was like, oh, there are other ways to do it, but you can find clarity in another part of it. Like I wouldn't let people come in on my, like what I was already believing. Right.
Yeah.
But like your relationship, however you do it, you can find other ways to find that clarity to help you bring it closer to Him, is what I'm saying.
Now, I will say, would I personally wear Slayer shirts? No. But does that mean I think you're wrong for doing it? No.
No, well,
I play D&D, and there's all types of things
well,
that go on
you
with that.
hear me a couple of weeks ago when we was joking with Mikey about one of the Slayer logos. They got the Minotaur over there.
Oh, yeah, the Minotaur.
Yeah. So
Translate.
yeah, translate, please. So I used to wear shirts like that can really offend people, and I didn't give a crap back then. But now, yes, I wear Slayer shirts, and I listen to Slayer. But a shirt like that, I will not wear.
Yeah, there's like things like even like, and it like, I'm a huge believer in freedom. That I'm all freedom. By the way, someone in the comments the other day quite literally was mad that I had a freedom over fear sticker on my car.
Really?
And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Let's go to Hitler. Fear over freedom. Like, what are you thinking that's offensive? Like, I don't know anybody in the world that would say freedom over fear is a bad thing.
There's a reason why you have the freedom to choose your religion. There's a reason why you have the freedom to choose what you
free
want to
will.
do.
Even within Christianity, you have free will.
You have
That's the
free
whole
will to do whatever you want. Why does it matter what he has on his car?
So what I was saying with that, though, where I was going with that is like, even though here's an example. I don't like when people wear shirts that have curse words on it because, my kid's in the line at Starbucks. We don't go to Starbucks. I'm being a better example. I don't know, wherever, a market. And the guy in front of him, the shirt says like, I effed your mom and this. I'm like, oh man, my kids are.
Those are harder for me because that's more of like preference, right? Like I feel
exactly like I would never tell a person, hey, you can't wear. It's freedom, bro. Wear whatever the heck you want. But in my head, I'm like, dang it, I wish you weren't.
Yeah, like
right
I
in front of my
literally bought a
kids.
South Park shirt and I think I'm never gonna wear it. It literally said,
oh yeah, I remember.
F banging, right?
Yeah,
and I'm like, it thought it was cool, but I was like, I'm never
Cool
gonna wear
shirt,
it.
but yeah.
I'm guilty. And I be honest, and you and Rick, since I start following God, I'm cursing way more. But like way
We're all born in
more.
sin, dude. I'll tell you that.
No, but
Gabo's just living in it.
see, that's the thing.
Just brewing in it, dude.
See, that's the thing. One day he stopped me. He's like, bro, stop it.
Who?
You, like, stop cursing a lot.
But not like I was offended.
No, I mean, yeah, but that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I don't think it matters, in my humble opinion, I don't think it matters if you go to church, or if you listen to some music, or you wear this, or if you say this, or you say not that. As long as you got your own relationship with God and try to be as best human you can be, I think that's what it is.
Well, the whole premise of it,
that's my humble opinion.
the whole premise of it is that you don't come to Christ perfect. right?
Oh, yeah. Nobody's going to be perfect.
You come as you are, but as you have a relationship and the closer you get in your relationship, you will want to change, and God will change you in your heart to your convictions, to what, hey, I don't want to do, not saying you're on whatever path you are, but like, as you get in there, then you change. Like, you'll be like, oh, maybe I don't want to do that thing that I was doing. That's how people quit addictions and things. You know, you're like, you know, and that's how I've quit doing things that I did in the past that I don't like, because I was like, no, I don't. My goal is to be more Christ-like, right? And I that is not something. The old way they would say it in the way I grew up. I grew up in a very like old school, you know, church setting, which, by the way, I love that. I wish we went back to that for a lot of things. But it was always like, in the way my pastor used to say it, silly, but as you're a teenager, it would like scare you. Like, I'm like, should I do this? Should I do that? He's like, I don't know. Well, Christ is in the room with you right now, so do you want to see what you're doing? I'm like, oh, I'm never going to touch myself again. Like, you know what I mean? As a kid, like, I don't want to do that thing. I don't want to. But again, these things are all healthy things to want to quit, right?
If we've talked about this in the last podcast, if we die, we're good.
You should have, dude, wait till you hear that podcast. It was like 40 minutes. We had a pastor on.
Strange experiences.
Nice. Dude, it was all about exorcisms and everything.
Oh, really?
We'll do another one with you, because I know you love to talk about that stuff.
Yeah,
too.
I love. See, that's the thing. I think that the point that I'm trying to make is like, it is good or it is wrong that if you believe in God, that you act like me, or you try to do what makes you happy, but some other people that following God.
That's just being judgmental on their part.
The only thing I would say is be careful with the statement of doing what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Right? Because I know a lot of people who follow that and go, well, it makes me happy.
And goes crazy. Yeah, I know.
Or I'm a good person.
Yeah.
Right? That's not the qualification.
But remember when those conversations we have about cursing, saying bad words between us, you know, like
on the show, right? We're talking about on the show.
No,
just personal life.
Yeah, like I saying one word to you or you saying back, and one day we have a conversation. We sit down and say, "Dude, I didn't mean to offend you," and I remember you told me like, it doesn't matter. Is what you're trying to, the message you're trying to bring.
Yes.
With that bad word, you know, it's not like you are saying like meaning like
exactly. And so I know what you're saying. So the best way to explain this is
explain it.
Yes,
please.
explain it. Translator, does the alphabet made up of 4 letters, let's say F, U, C, and K. If I said that right now, that word
bleep,
with no meaning, it means nothing. It's a meaningless word. That's like me tomorrow, or kids these days, me sound like an old person, will make Riz as a word, right? Imagine if Riz was now a curse word, right? The word itself being spoken, F-U-C-K, isn't inherently a bad thing. It's the purpose of what is behind that word that is when it becomes a bad word. Right?
Yeah.
F you to a random old man walking on the road. That's the intention.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I always had this gripe with myself where it was like, I almost didn't want to be able to speak about the Bible, because I almost felt like I was like, I don't know enough, and I'll find myself sounding dumb trying to tell others, right?
Like me right now.
No, I mean, like, honestly, you're just telling
like
your
all
experience.
Of us, dude. I didn't go to a special school for it. I didn't go to a seminary.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, like, the pastor that he goes, he'll was it phrase to other books, and I'm like, what is going on here? How does he know?
Dude, I went to a Christian high school from junior high to high school. Have gone to church ever since. I'm coming up on 40. I still know I am a horrible retainer of, like, when I hear things, I understand it and I know my purpose, but I'm horrible at retaining, like, the hard facts, right? So I already know people in the comments are gonna be like, hey, well, that's not accurate to what I believe, this and that, and I get that.
Yeah. I honestly just grab, like, from what you were trying to say, like, does it matter what other people see out of you? I think as long as you believe what you're gonna want to believe in, and it's under, like, your process with God and your relationship with Him, then so be it, right? Like, if you're wearing a shirt that you might not feel comfortable in, then maybe not wear it.
Yeah.
Right? If someone tells you, like, hey, you shouldn't wear that, then be like, why? You know, question why.
Go ahead.
No, you.
He knows me. Yeah, I like the dark stuff.
Yeah, which I do too.
That's fine.
Yeah,
right?
I've been getting into the D&D stuff, and that is like dark.
I'm
dude.
huge into horror.
So it's
Yeah,
like
I love gore movies, gore
too.
games. I like heavy metal.
art styles. It's
Yeah.
everything. It's like it's a form of art, but it doesn't have to be expressed like in a negative light.
Yeah, and in my humble opinion, again, I don't think if you say you believe in God and while you're saying that you're wearing a Slayer shirt or something else,
Yeah.
I don't think you can. I don't think it's good to be judged just for something like that because
I am not going to point out your flaws when I have my own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
nobody's perfect, man. I'm just saying, like, well, to finish my side of
Your
this
humble
topic,
opinion, baby girl.
my humble opinion. I got saved. I'm following God. I believe in God, and yeah, I listen to Slayer almost every day. I watch gore movies.
Cool.
I love killing
Oh,
people
gore?
in video games.
Cool.
And
Keep it up.
But at the end of the day, I always try to be as best human being I can be by the God laws and try to help everybody, man. I think that's
It's your relationship, your life,
Yeah.
and your process.
it's my own personal relationship with God, and people that judge me for that, they're not invited. in that
And honestly,
relationship.
I would cuss and just be like, F you for thinking that
Well,
would change my relationship.
that's
right?
other thing. Cursing makes me happy. I love it.
It's just a word.
I don't know
It's
where-
just a
where-
word,
where
but
this is
it's
going.
all intent.
It's just a word.
It's intent behind it. That is
you
literally
don't
what
want
it
to
is.
see the chat with us.
Yo,
I don't
you
think-
guys are
I don't
terrible.
think- I don't
no,
think
but
you guys-
we are just as bad.
No, you should see our chats too. They're
Oh,
pretty bad.
you should see us.
Our
It is rough.
Our guys group, the one with Chris in it too, is pretty bad.
Yo, but you know, hey,
Well, the one going back to the shirt thing, it's interesting. Like, let's take all of religion and
Yeah,
Christianity,
yeah.
all that out of it, right?
Yeah.
What's your opinion? You know, we talked about the shirt with the F word on it, whatever. There's a lot of shirts. I've seen shirts where it's like people like having sex.
Yeah.
And what's your opinion on that? Let's put all of that religious aside. All
I'm
that
not
aside.
gonna be the one wearing it.
Okay.
That's their expression. That's like me telling like, hey, you should believe in this.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But do you think, as a human, this
If
comes
I-
down to common sense?
If I am as a human, I'm just gonna be like, well, not very respectable, but whatever. Like,
Yeah.
that's a person.
I always just think of like common decency, right? Like
Yeah.
even my faith and belief aside, like I imagine you're wearing a shirt on the back that shows people just banging, which I've seen tons of those shirts, and you're standing there in line and you see a 4-year-old little sweet little girl looking up your shirt trying to understand what
Yeah.
it is.
It's unfortunate, but
Yeah.
technically that's a form of freedom of speech.
No, it's freedom. I get it.
yeah.
I agree.
Yes, but it's common sense. Like,
But
it's
like not
it-
most. I mean, you can see most social interactions with a lot of people. Common sense doesn't
well,
exist.
Yeah,
It's
oh,
like,
yeah.
Well, it's like me putting a Slayer shirt with a lot of skulls, and when I know I'm going close to a church.
Well, I think that, I mean, skulls isn't like offensive.
Death
you know?
is inevitable.
You
for
know what
everyone.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
I'm talking more things that like,
Okay,
again,
offensive.
I think if
which
you,
is still okay.
Okay, I'm gonna give
Okay,
you.
I'm gonna give you an example.
I'm gonna give you one too. Go ahead.
I think that if you walk into a church and you start saying like false idols to them, that is a lack of respect, right?
Yeah.
So when you go into somebody else's house and you start demanding like what they should do, that's kind of jacked up. That's like us saying like, oh, you shouldn't be wearing this outside of our house.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So
No, I get it. Freedom.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm just saying in perspective. I'm not like trying to make mad.
Yeah,
statements or
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
I'm just trying to get that
I
perspective.
mean, I'll admit, as a dad, I have been like, you know,
can be mad,
I've
for
been at
sure.
like I remember a bagel shop a long time ago. Like, I was just in line with my kids. You know, I had 3 little ones at the time, maybe 5, 4, and 3. You know, and now they're at that stage where they repeat anything, and the guys in front of me in line were just going off with like the most F bombs I've ever heard.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, I hate doing it because I'm a freak, but I was just like, hey guys, like, I got little kids. Like, can you just keep it down a little? And if anything, they were like, oh my, go figure. They're like, holy, my bad. I'm
but
sorry.
that's also surrounding. They weren't aware of their surroundings.
Totally. And
Yeah.
the biggest thing I would say in that is, yes, they still have the freedom to do it. I would never stop them. But
it's
a
common
big thing I
sense.
tell my kids nowadays, a big thing with common sense, they go, well, how do I know what common sense is? I go, read the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? If it's time to stop and it's just,
Yeah.
that's isn't right their mood, stop.
We've definitely had that. I mean, like, we definitely talk however we want to talk at expos, right? We just like, we're cussing or whatever it is. Imagine that happens. Like, there's somebody just walking up, oh, and we just like look back and we're like, shoot.
Yeah, and I think
You know what
I think
Well-
that's though just letting it. That's just, you know, guys are talking
Yeah.
versus you're in like a
Oh,
more like a separate area.
Yeah.
Extremely going off again.
Yeah,
Freedom
yeah.
of speech. Do it all you want.
I
but-
only behave in Pixel Game Squad videos.
yes, thank you.
Yeah, well,
That was the first rule.
Well, truthfully, for me with Pixel Game Squad, again, I know I'm not perfect. I make a million, bazillion mistakes. But I just, in the end, and again, this is just me speaking for me, when I die, I want to try to honor my faith as best as I can as a legacy.
Yeah.
And to me, that's just part of it. It's not perfect. We make tons of inappropriate jokes, but I try to hone it in as best as I can while still being true.
be a cool title, Protect Your Legacy.
Protect
But
my legacy.
you already have your legacy.
What is it? What is my legacy? Riff dies tomorrow.
It's called The Third Legacy.
Gabo. The third legacy. That was a good one. You don't get that?
I didn't get it.
It means you have a big wiener.
Snowflake?
No. What were you gonna say, Gabo? Finish up on
Yeah,
this
but
one.
you already have your legacy set up. You got the channel.
Yes.
Just don't
That-
put
that-
it down
And,
again.
and I think that's what he's saying, like in perspective, like as he produces content and going forth, he wants to create that narrative where it's like, I produce something that I am proud of.
Yeah.
That
And
my personal beliefs aligns with, right?
yeah. And like, you know, and I get it fully respectable. Like, we're not here to push beliefs on anybody, but we're definitely going to explain our experiences and,
Yeah.
and how we go about them.
But I'll also say if anybody ever wants to know more, feel free to ask us.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
I'm-
We are probably the most authentic people. You can walk up to Gabo and he'll say exactly what, you know, he's
That's
feeling.
what I love most.